is of God. How did you feel when the choir got up and started singing, I love myself so much? I remember the first time I heard that song, I'm like, what? A little self-absorbed song there. But that song is about breaking through the clay, the layers and layers of clay that you have poured upon yourself through believing what others have said about you. Right? So it takes a song like that. I was like, oh, we got to sing that song again, and maybe we will a little bit later in this service. Because that's about reclaiming the truth of who we are. Uniquely and individually made manifest. So we're all carrying around these beliefs about ourselves that are simply not true. Each and every one of us is carrying that load. So that's the load we're talking about lightening. You want to lighten your load? You ready to lighten this load? All the clay that is upon your golden Buddha? The essence of the Christ within you? You know, whenever we're told that we're not quite enough, that we're not good enough, that any part of us is not okay, or we shouldn't do something, or that we'll never be able to do this or that or the other, we're taking those beliefs within. We take them on. We tend to, right? And we carry them, and they color our experience. Now, like I said, many of these were established in childhood, but they really have an accumulative effect. You know, one builds upon the other. Beliefs about who we are and how the world works. Now, a lot of you know that I've been challenged with the appearance of an illness over the last 3 weeks, or since October 1st, whatever that is now, and it's almost 4 weeks, right? And a lot of my old beliefs have been resurfacing, but it's good news because I have a chance to look at them. Having that experience of going to the hospital, I've been twice now in an ambulance, and being there by myself, I've had a lot of old wounds come up around abandonment and not feeling worthy enough to be loved and cared for. And that goes all the way back to the beginning for me when I was put up for adoption. And throughout some of my key relationships in life when people who I loved left me. And it was really interesting to see how our present life circumstances can tap right into the clay that we're carrying with us, right? And reinforce that clay if we get focused on it. If we see that as the truth of who and what we really are. Can you hear the music in the other room with the kids? I think they're having fun. Hopefully they're not getting the messages that we got, right, growing up, that they're not going to have the same level of woundedness. But all we can do when these circumstances happen, when they present them to us, is to pay attention to what is actually happening versus what is going on within our minds and within our hearts. The old tapes, the old programming. Because what we're talking about is reprogramming, yes? We must, folks, be able to take off the clay. But you can't take off the clay if you don't know what it is. Are you guys in touch with some of your clay? I mean, I see it come up here. One of the ways I see it come up for some of you the most is not feeling worthy to step into your power. Not feeling like you're smart enough or wise enough. This comes up for me as a teacher. You know, seeing students who are holding themselves back through these limiting beliefs that came way long time ago. Somebody told you, right? You weren't smart enough to do this. You're not good enough. You can't make it. Who are you to be a leader? Resonating with anybody out there? So we must be able to take off that clay. We must be able to release and lay down and let go of these limiting, erroneous, false beliefs that are keeping us from our good. We must reprogram, retrain, relearn the truth about who we are. Because when we carry a wound with us, it colors everything. You know, when I was able to get out of my woundedness, my victim state of laying on the stretcher by myself in the emergency room, and start to get into another place, because I'm always